What's happening? This is the Tap In podcast. We are live inside of the Tap In studio. Man, I got a special guest in the building. But before I go into my special guest, I know a lot of y'all been asking me about the hoodies. Go to the swartzshop.com, right? The swartzshop.com. It's the website right here underneath. Make sure y'all go grab you a hoodie. I know y'all been asking for it. And also the Tap In podcast hoodies are available on our website as well. Okay. I seen this brother on this. It's called the Dallas Unplugged. And I was like, I gotta tap in with him, man. And I was like, because he got this song that I was like, I fuck with this song. My boy Blackk Egyptt in the building, man.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
I feel good, man. It's a good day.
Yes, sir, man. Man.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, sure. Man. Thank you for tapping in with us, man. Yeah. So, man, let's get into who is Blackk Egyptt, man?
Blackk Egyptt is a young man from originally born in California. I was raised in Detroit, Michigan. I lived in Mississippi for a year, and then back to California for high school. Unfortunately, I was kicked out of my home in 12th grade, and it forced me to move to Texas to stay with my grandparents. And I started doing music about 6-7 years ago. Actually, my name was first Icon or Ions, I believe. Ions, yeah. Just it was just a weird name I chose. I used to dance actually in California. That was my thing, dancing.
Like crump dancing?
Yeah. I used to go around battling people, and that was just my.
Was
you
thing. Was you crumping with Tommy?
No, so Tommy he was a clown. He was taught clown dancing.
Okay.
So the crumping was more tie dyes, a big mijo. That was different. So that's why you had the movie Rise, where it was a clash, a battle between clown dancers and crump dancers.
Okay.
So yeah. So I started doing that, and I got in the studio. A friend of mine said, "Get in the studio and just spit something," and I said a bunch of curse words. That was my thing. It was weird because when I left California, I was going to, I wanted to be an ordained minister. And so for me to transition to Texas, and I was, still, wanted to pursue that. And I got in the studio and just started saying a bunch of curse words because I thought that was the political thing to do. And when I came out, he heard something, just in my voice. And, that was where it started. And, I started studying people that I liked, like Tupac, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Lil Wayne's delivery, and just put it all into one, and I said I want to do something a little bit more different and not curse. So I don't curse in any of my verses. And so that's what started Blackk Egyptt. Black represents us as a people. Egypt represents the kings and queens that we are. So you have the struggle and then the kingmanship or the queenmanship all together. So there's so many words.
Yeah. I always be curious about how rappers come up with their names. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Okay. Now let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
When you said you grew up in Detroit, or you were born in Detroit?
I was born in California.
Born in California.
I was born in DeWarty.
DeWarty, where is DeWarty at?
So it's LA County. DeWarty was known for the Do-Rock Crips.
See, you put me on something because I'm from LA. So,
yeah.
Where is Doherty at?
So I was born there. I was young. So,
okay.
I know it's LA. It's in LA County.
Okay.
So but I moved to Detroit young, around like 7. Stayed in Detroit till about 12 years old, and then we moved to Mississippi because my mom wanted to go back to California because her mom was sick. My grandmother was sick, so we went back to California, and that's why I went to high school, which was the Inland Empire.
Okay.
Which was Fontana. I went to Fontana High School.
Okay.
So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you think any of that had influence, I guess, those different parts of the city or United States? You think those different states or cities had any influence on your music?
For sure. But see, I was always into R&B. You know, even young, I was into like Drew Hill and Brian McKnight. Just from my stepdad and just that's just the influence that I grew around was that type of sound. Hip hop didn't really come into the picture until later on, like just me focusing on the music, the rap music. So I would say yes, but I wouldn't know where. It's kind of like a blur a little bit of where I started as far as hip hop.
Yeah.
But I know my first memorized song was "Cleaning Up My Closet" by Eminem.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, that's a crazy ass song.
It is.
I'm cleaning out my closet. Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Okay. All right. You know the vibe I get from you, like an Anderson .Paak kind of vibe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I get that kind of vibe from you. Now what did you do to get kicked out the house, man?
It's funny.
Why did moms kick you out the house?
I'm always when I explain this story, it just bring back memories and it puts me in a place where it's because I'm healed, right? I'm healed from it and I'm at peace with it. But it started off with an argument between my stepdad and my older brother, and I was that. My daily routine was to run. Cause we used to live by mountains because we moved to Paris, California. So we used to buy a lot of mountains. So I used to run up the mountains, and just for my basketball training, that's what I would do. I would run up the mountains and run. And so that morning I got up and it was arguing, and my stepdad and my older brother were arguing about something. And my mama was trying to step in and just break it up. And I decided to try to break it up too, just say, hey, everybody calm down, chill out. And my stepdad kind of, didn't like that, and so he retaliated, tried to swing. I swung back.
Swung on you?
Yeah. He pushed my mom, and he swung on me, and I swung back, and just an altercation broke out, and that's what prompted me to get kicked out. I was in the 12th grade, about to finish high school, got kicked out, ended up moving to Texas. A whole life change.
Wow.
My whole life changed. I didn't graduate high school because of that. 2 months in Texas, I was kicked out my grandparents' home and was homeless. So I was homeless for some time. I was working at Walmart and sleeping in my car. Nobody knew what was going on, but that was just my struggle. But because I was, into, the Bible and everything, that was my foundation. So it was a reason for everything. And I didn't know, I was just, just that person. And that was my foundation. And just what kept me was just reading a bunch. I read a bunch of self-help books. And just in my car, just
wow.
There's some days I still hear the rain hitting the car, so it's just that's where it started.
Wow. Dang, man, you got a story, man. Yeah. Cause I know when I listen to, cause your EP is dope.
Thank you.
The name of the EP is called Room for Improvement, right?
Mm-hmm.
The EP is dope, man. And the one song that really caught my attention was the intro.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this feel like, you know what it felt like to me? It felt like a Drake.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. It felt like a Drake song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? Like, you could tell, like, you got some deep feelings under your lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you coming from a place of I don't know, I ain't gonna say like a struggle, but it's like a real emotion behind it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then I like how you put the you had those voicemails on there from I don't know who the first one is from, but I know it was another one from your dad.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this shit is
Yeah.
This shit is sounding like something for real. Yeah. Are you signed to anybody?
I'm signed to me.
Really? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Talk it.
So I started my own music production called Never a Sad Face LLC, and I'm signed under my business, my LLC. So I am signed to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny you talk about that song. That's one of my favorite songs I wrote. Just how it came about, because when I moved to Texas, eventually started doing music, at first the people embraced me. I was in East Texas, and the people embraced me. But when I started doing things a little bit differently, like in the community, like for my shows, I would partner up with the Boys and Girls Club, and I would partner up with the Salvation Army for my show. So I would say, hey, you know, you don't have to buy a ticket or anything. Just bring a canned good, you know, something to support the kids, and that's your entry in. And it got me a lot of exposure because it was like I got it on the radio, that particular advertisement, and it was a little different for the community as far as the hip hop. And so when that light started to shine on me, then came the envy, right? It came from close friends. It came from, you know, seemingly who I thought people were just, you know, was rocking with me. And so that's where you hear the voicemails in the beginning of the song, because that's what the people were saying about me. Where he come from? Who is this Blackk Egyptt dude? Like, he's not even from out here. And then I open up and say, well, open your heart and let me see your secrets. Like, we ain't, you know, nobody's perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like, look in the mirror, you know, so.
Yeah. And also a line that you said on there is you lost 2 kids. Is that I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Well, can you talk about that? What happened?
Yeah, you got me. I didn't expect that. So I was this happened about, I would say 2-3 years ago. I was talking to a young lady, and I was interested in this young lady, but she didn't want a relationship. And so I didn't want to, you know, be the friends with benefits guy. I just said it's binary, it's either yes or no, right? And she said she didn't want that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you be. That's fine, you know. I think 2 months down the road, she called me and said she was pregnant. At that time, I was interested in someone else, right? And so it shocked the crap out of me. I was like, how do I explain this to the new person I'm talking to? And so it was a tough, man. It was a tough, stressful moment for me, because having a kid was just I didn't see that right for me right now, right?
Yeah.
Even though I was engaging, in that life, but I just didn't expect that. So when she told me, I breathe, take a breathe. It took some time to kind of think about it, and so I had to eventually tell the girl I was talking to. So I waited about a week or so, and I said, hey, just gotta let you know, just be honest with you, just be transparent, and said, I was talking to this girl about 2 months ago. She just told me she was pregnant, and just said it just like that. She then responded and said, well, I'm pregnant too. And so, it was woo.
Yeah, hell yeah, goddamn. Yeah.
So, just a long story short, the first girl was like, I'm keeping the baby. At first I was like, no, but I was just like, accept your responsibility, right? And so I said, okay, cool. And then the second girl I was talking to just was terrified, and she ended up getting an abortion, which it hurt a lot because I did not want that at all. And so that happened with the second girl. I kind of faded away from her. And I just started focusing on just, with this young lady, just raising the child, right, raising my child. And she had a miscarriage. So
How far apart? How far apart from the abortion to the miscarriage?
It was like a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah, it was very draining. It was a very draining year, actually, for me. So that's what happened. It wasn't like intentional. It wasn't like I was out here just, fooling, like going crazy. It was just I was interested in one girl who wasn't trying to have a relationship and build, and I just transitioned within a month or two to this other young lady, and it just happened like that,
Damn. Dang. And then the
got me hot over here, man.
I just find it dope that the strength in you to even talk about that and put that on record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a quick little short line, but the story behind it is like, damn. You know what I mean? And this happened all in East Texas, or where were you at?
No. This was so Dallas. This was Dallas.
Oh, this was when you was here now.
Yeah.
Oh man, goodness gracious! Do you still communicate with them? Do you still talk to the young ladies?
I talked to the first young lady.
Oh, okay.
I still have a great friendship with her, but the other one, no.
Goodness gracious, man. Yeah, that's tough.
It is. It is, man.
That's tough.
You know, but I just, you get to a point where you don't, through the stress, right, through the anxiety you go through, the depression, I always bring it back to I was homeless at 17. Like what could get worse than that? And so it kind of gives me the strength to just keep going, and be because I've always been a driven person. So it's just how you communicate that with yourself. So
yeah, goodness gracious, man, you live the life. Like, I don't know how old you are now, but you have a lot of life behind you. You know what I mean? And from your talent, like, I feel like your talent is gonna bring you to a whole different type of life. You know what I mean? Goodness gracious, you didn't drop the ball on me, man. You didn't drop the bomb on me.
That's a lot for me still. It's because I haven't talked about that in a while. So,
How do you deal with those kind of traumas in your life? Do you like seek counseling or?
I don't. I read. Reading it's just been my therapy. And I realize when you help someone, it when you add that contribution to someone else's life in any type of way, your struggles become so minor. It's just talking with myself, building with myself. I like to go to the movies by myself. I like to take myself out to eat. I like to just be around me a lot. And so I just, that's what I do. I just try to educate myself. I just feel like educating myself, it adds so much to me, and I don't really try to think about that, the past things that happened. Like even with my stepdad, I have a great relationship with my stepdad. Our thing that we connect to is pool. We play pool. And so my mom and my stepdad live in California. Live in Detroit, sorry.
Oh, okay.
And my dad lives in Florida right now. So I have a great relationship with my dad, my stepdad, my mom, my brothers, my sisters, and it just, healing, right? You got to heal yourself first.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's what caught my attention from the quick little video that Dirt Beats posted online, because it was like, because I went one time. I've been meaning to go back because I like that environment. But I've been meaning to go back, but it was something where you was just like, you really wanted to, from the little quick video that I seen, it was like you really wanted to connect with the audience. You know what I mean? Versus some other people that I seen where they just really want to do their song. You know what I mean? Where it was more of you was like, yo, can y'all hear me? Are y'all listening? Like, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He really want that attention. And I was like, that's what make me focus on, like, okay, what is he about to say? You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you
That's it.
go ahead, what you about to say?
No. Just stage presence is super important as a performer, for me, I think it happens just so just organically, right? It's just a feeling. I think it comes from the dance, the soul, the music that I've listened to, watching performers, and just because it's sometimes when you see an artist get on stage, and they're underground or that nobody knows them, all you hear is conversation, people talking, right? It's like nobody's listening, and so for me, it's more like I got something to say, like y'all need to shut up. I got something to say that it's going to help you and heal me at the same time. So it's more like calm down, bring it down. This is a moment.
Yeah.
Right? So and I want you to appreciate the moment. So that's kind of how I go into it.
Yeah. You ever thought about getting into acting?
I thought about it. Yeah.
I can see you being I can see you being an actor, man. Straight up. Because I feel like there's so many emotions I feel like that you possess that you could pull that off on camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people will believe what you're saying and how you feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's funny.
Yeah. I can see that, man. Yeah, I can see that clearly.
I took drama class in the 9th grade, right, at Fontana High School, and I remember the teacher asking me. He said, "Who's your favorite actor?" I said, this was ninth grade. This was maybe 2003, 2004. I said Jamie Foxx. He was like, Jamie Foxx? He was like, really? And all Jamie Foxx had was like Living Color and the Jamie Foxx Show at that time.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looked at me like and like laughed, like, Jamie Foxx. I was like, yeah. That's my experience right there. Jamie Foxx. And fast forward to now.
And Jamie is a monster. Yeah. He sing, act, fucking dance, juggle. This motherfucker do everything.
For sure.
Goddamn Jamie Foxx, man. And the girl that's singing with you on the EP, who is that?
Her name is Alexis Jael. So there's two girls. One is Alexis Jael.
So it was one on what was the song? Should I Be Here or
Supposed to Be Here?
Supposed to Be Here.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one?
You have The Light in You, and
The Light in You.
Thinking of You.
Yeah.
So Thinking of You and The Light in You was Alexis Jael.
Okay.
And the Supposed to Be Here, she goes by Honey Day. At that time, her name was Dominique Trailer, but she changed it to Honey Day.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then the bonus track, man. Like you be trying to make niggas cry while they listen to your music, huh?
Yeah.
But only thing is, man, like I can't, like, only way I can find your music is if I go to your Instagram.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't just pull it up on YouTube. Why is that?
So you have to make sure you're spelling it right first. Black spelled with two
K's and two T's.
So yeah. I don't have a lot of content on YouTube. So here's the thing. So I put out music. Putting out music is, I have a studio in my home. Mm-hmm. I write from the home. Record everything. I mix to a certain point and then send it to my engineer, right? And so that's, for me, I've just learned to save money that way, right? Mm-hmm. So it's all budgeting, right? So I could put out music, no problem, because I have it at the home. Doing content and the content I want, it's a little bit more difficult, because when I see myself doing a video, I see the $50,000, $60 price range, like that style. I don't. It's because I just try to aim for the quality. Now $50,000, $60 is really up there for a video, but I just try the quality. I want the quality, right? I try to put the quality in the music, and I want the quality in the video. Because if I flip flop it, or if it's not right, then it's not gonna. I feel like the message is not gonna be presented well. So videos are a little bit more expensive for me, right? You're talking about $1,500 for video, and then you think about marketing. Then you think about just so many different avenues. And so for me, I try to wait a little bit. So I just put out a video with the Honey, with the Thinking of You song.
Okay.
And it's more like a live jam session video.
I think I did see that. So, I think I did see that. And
so we did that, and I think I'll put out another video here soon to a new song I dropped called Lottie. It's just it's just weighing your odds and trying to figure out.
Yeah, because I feel like right now, especially with the technology and everything, quality is always gonna be the winner. But right now, the amount of content people are consuming,
you're right. You
know what I mean?
You're right.
Like they need to be able to see you. Like I know you probably, because even your visuals from just when I pulled up your link tree on your page, I was like, yo, dude got an eye like for pictures and like the visuals. I was like, it's dope, but I don't see a bunch of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. That's a tug of war with me, because I was talking to an artist recently. He was just like, you should drop a bunch of songs, and it's hard for me to do that. Just drop a bunch of songs and music, because I have to be tapped in. I don't write every day. I have to see something, I have to read something, because it's different when you can rap about nothing compared to something. Like I'm pulling from me like hard. And so because I want to give a message every single time. And so sometimes it's a little bit difficult to just I can easily rap about nothing. I can do it. But that's not what I want to, that's not what I want to leave as my legacy. For example, if I have a child, right, and God forbid I happen to die, I want them to be like, oh, this what he represented. I don't want to just talk about nothing. And so it's a little bit tougher for me to just put out a bunch of music, even though people may want that. It's just not my formula. And my goal is not to be signed. And so my goal is not to just be this just huge, artist who's signed and, doing it this way. That's not my goal. I've already signed myself, so I've won. And so I do it, I put out music for the memory, the moment, I want you to appreciate the art. And so I just can't just put out a bunch of music. That's not me. I dropped a song called Lottie, and there's so much substance in that song. I think you'll be all right. You can eat a little bit, So, and then the next song will be the same way. Like you're gonna appreciate it. So it just depends on the person listening, right? I think also some people don't know how to be fans. They don't know how to support, and so it's also teaching your people how to support you, how to respect your art, because I'm not like everybody else, and I don't want to be put in a box, right, where it's like you should do this and do that, right? I just want to do it this way, because it's how I heal. It's how I this is how I want to be remembered. It's not the amount of songs I put out, it's the quality behind it that matters to me, and that's that can be debated, right, with whoever.
Absolutely.
But for me, it's more like it's how I want to do it.
Yeah, because I would say, like, I know you're a fan of Tupac, right?
Yes.
Tupac had a bunch of songs that lived on after
Correct.
he was no longer here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we as fans can still enjoy his music even though he's not presently here.
Correct.
But if he would have never put out that music, we would have just been left with, what I mean, what he did or what he released.
Great point.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and your music is dope. Like, and I could say this, out of a bunch of artists that we've had in here that I've interviewed, you're probably the only one that I've listened to while waiting on the interview to start. Mm-hmm. Like when I was in here, I listened to your whole EP like twice. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting here, just chilling. Like, yeah, I really want to absorb the music, because I feel like the music is kind of like feeding my soul a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like, and if people have never heard the music, it's more. It's not like the regular like rapidy hip hop, like, you know what I mean? It's not that. It's like, it's deep meaning and feeling, and you like talking about some real stuff in there. You got the on a couple of your songs, you got the girl singing on there, and even with the bonus track, what was it?
Still Believing in Me.
Still Believing in Me. Yeah, when you thanking people for still riding with you, still believing in what you're doing. I was like, yo, this feels like a Drake song. You know what I'm saying? This feels like real emotional, real deep, real introspective. And I was like, yo, I fuck with this. I want more of this. You know what I'm saying? I want more of this. But it's like,
where is it?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel you.
Exactly.
So the intro, right?
Mm-hmm.
The intro was only one verse. And I have a life coach, and he said, you should do one more verse. And I was like, because it's just so much to it when you go to that level, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he was right, because the second verse brought out, I lost 2 babies last year. That's my biggest secret, which was, such a powerful line for me to say and for people to hear. So you're right, for sure. It's just, just getting down and just doing it, man.
Yeah. I know. I can imagine it's emotionally draining, especially when you putting your everything, all your being into it. But it's like, for a fan, I guess I'm being greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want more. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that because I dropped Lottie. I think 3 months later, there was like, I mean, not 3 months later, about 3 weeks later, they said, you know, we ready for another song. I'm like, jeez, there's so much in that.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I get it. You know, and it may be something I just need to work on, right? You know, and just figure out, you know, just ways to be more efficient.
Yeah. So you said that getting signed and being big is not the goal. What is the goal?
The goal for me is to show people that they can like just win at life. And if it's through music, if it's through having a business, right? If it's through educating yourself, it's just to show, especially the younger generation, that just fight, just keep driving yourself to just be a better person. And you know, for me that looks like just, you know, just a very successful person who owns multiple businesses, who's in the real estate. It doesn't always have to be the music part of it. For me, I want to be more like the L.A. Reid, right? It doesn't. I don't have to do the music, you know. So for me, it's always just growing more and more. So
yeah. Man, is there anybody that's currently out that you would love to work with?
Yes. So first it would be J. Cole, Boogie. I like Boogie a lot.
Who's Boogie?
Boogie is an artist out of California he's signed to Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely should listen to him.
Okay.
He's metaphors, just this flow. He's really good, really good. Boogie, and I would say Blackk. They used to call him 6 Black, but he goes by Blackk.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, he's good too.
Okay.
He's out of Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah. But Blackk more popular than Boogie, so I'm pretty sure you've heard some of his songs.
Okay. Okay. So, A Boogie, J. Cole.
So wait. So not A Boogie.
Oh, okay.
Boogie. So he changed his name because of that. So his name is Westside Boogie. So yeah.
Okay. Because I've heard of A Boogie.
Yeah.
Okay. So Boogie, J. Cole, and 6 Black.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research and look those.
There's a bunch of artists, right? I can name a bunch of artists I would like to work with. You know,
Yeah.
Ty Dolla would be nice. It's just so many artists. You know, artists even out here in Dallas. LaVoice would be good to work with.
Man, LaVoice is dope.
Yeah. B. Anderson's good. I mean, you have a lot of great artists out here. I like Nate. I like him. FL Loud. I like it's a few artists out here that's pretty good, just in the Dallas area.
Yeah,
it'd be, you know, a good little collaboration.
Man, LaVoice is dope, man. I've been begging her to come on. I've been begging her to come on the show. She like, nigga, no.
No, she's not. She was good though.
She is dope, man. She is dope. So I know you said, like, when are you gonna put out a full album anytime soon, or because I know you just said everything you just said.
Yeah.
But is there in the works a full album that people could actually purchase, and you know what I mean?
I want to do that. I definitely want to do that because the EP, it got a lot of feedback, but it wasn't enough. I didn't feel like it was enough.
Enough feedback?
No, enough
music.
Content.
Oh, okay.
So I do want to do a full album, but it honestly would probably take like a year for me to do it the way I want to do it. Right? You talking about the beat production, the cost of it. It's just I just want to do it the right way.
Yeah, and I don't fault you at all for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you creating art, like, by all means take as much time. You know what I'm saying? Because once it comes out and it's done, that's gonna live on forever. So especially, like, would this be your first, like, full project that you will do?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, put it. What about? I'm being selfish right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm being
Okay.
selfish. What about putting out like little mixtapes, like little, you know what I mean? Like stuff like,
I thought about that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to feed your audience or your fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's still like doing a song for me.
Okay.
Right? It's still like doing a full song, even though it's a mixtape. It still feels like I'm doing a full song, because I know the people make it seem like when you do a mixtape, it's just they just rapping, but you really got to still bring it. You still have to show your artistry, and so it's I always want to grow, and so for me, I want to be better at metaphors, right? And so I want to bring that element to the table. So it's gonna happen. That's a good idea though. Just put out some.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the beats. You can use other people's beats. You know what I'm saying? Is
just go.
Yeah, and just because I feel like with today's time, like I said before, content is king. You know what I'm saying? The more your face is relevant and people know, like, oh yeah, that's Black.
Yeah.
Then they'll once you actually put out a project for people to actually consume and purchase, it'll be more like, oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Everything he did up until now was dope.
Yeah.
Let us purchase that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that for sure. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give people that. Yeah.
I feel like you saying that, but you ain't gonna do it.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Cause I know you a real deep dude. You know what I'm saying? So I know you, like you said, you don't like to do the rap with no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna work on it. It's just gonna take a while.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put my mind to it for sure. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody else that you work with besides like your engineer, or like or is just you in the house by yourself cooking up stuff?
Yeah. It's just me. I just I look for the sounds I want, and I just go at it. There are times it's tough for me to do features. I go the easier route and just get a singer. But as far as like doing like a bunch of features, it's hard for me to do that, because like I feel as though I'm saying what I need to say, and I don't know what a feature would bring. Like it depends on the song. I've never been the type of person who just would say, let's do features. Let's do a song. And I know people do that for different fan base reasons, right? I can reach your fan base, and I like that and agree with that for sure, but it's just nothing. I don't have a lot of features, so yeah, that's probably something I would definitely want to do more of, is do features. Just how would I tie it in and work that out is, or let go of that ego a little bit and just say, all right, here you go, just breathe on it.
Yeah. So. Okay. Now your style, like your style is like unique. I would almost compare it to like Andre 3000 kind of style. I would say. Let me before I give you my opinion. Where did your style come from? Where do you pull from when it comes to how you dress and what you look like?
That's a good question. Like for pictures, I hire a stylist, right?
Okay.
But for me, it's more California. That vibe out of California, the LA vibe. If it's somebody like even ASAP Rocky, Tyler the Creator, that style. I like that style.
Yeah, cause I almost get like a if two people had a baby stylistically, I will put like a Andre and what's the other little, dang, I forget her name. She always wear black and white. Who? Janelle Monáe.
Yeah. For sure. I could definitely see that. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just comfortable for me. It's different at the same time, but you still look like like professional at the same time. You know, it's like it's just a certain vibe. You still look professional, but you also look comfortable, right? Even to the person looking at you, like you comfortable, but it's different at the same time. So you know, it's just that's just me, personality. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I could dress like a whole gangsta out here too.
Yeah.
Put some Dickies on.
That wouldn't be you though.
But the shirt all the way up.
Yeah.
A flannel.
Yeah. Oh man.
I like Nipsey a lot.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite artists, man.
Yeah.
And it was like, for me, with Nipsey, the music came second. You know what I mean? Like he had dope music to me, but what I fell in love with, or why I started listening more to his music, is shit he was saying in like interviews. You know what I mean? As far as either marketing, business, or his struggle even to come into the music. You know what I mean? Like that's why I was. And you know what's so crazy is one of my homeboys put me on Nipsey early when he had I think Bullets Ain't Got No Name, when he put back then. And I was just like, yeah, this ain't what I really want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't really want to listen to it. But then he had this song, I didn't even know it was him. It was called Bitch You Broke.
Yeah.
With him and YG. And I was like, yo, who is this?
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, okay, this Nipsey. And then I started listening to him on interviews, and I was like, okay, yeah. Now I'll start paying attention to the music. But yeah, Nipsey one of my favorite, man. Yeah, his whole movement and how he came to become, I guess, his rise in the music industry, I follow it to almost to the T of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? How my approach in business. You know what I'm saying? I take almost the same approach. Like I take the stairs. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind taking the stairs.
Yeah,
like
me too.
And it feels better going the stairs. And then what I realized too is, cause I could have got some money for doing our podcast, right? But I felt like I would be under somebody else's what they wanted this to be.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have been able to bring you in here. You know what I'm saying? Because they would have been like, yo, I got this person I want this person on. I'm like, I just want to be free to be able to have the people who I like to come on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. And it feels better for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to doing it the way I want to do it. Similar to how you do your music.
I definitely
you know what I mean?
that.
Similar to how you do your music. And the only reason I reached out to you, because I was like, I seen a clip of you and I was like, yo, dude got something to say. You know what I mean? And I was so mad. I was so mad because when I first seen the clip, it was just like on a little carousel. But you wasn't tagged, and I was like, fuck, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Who is that? And then later on, I seen your name when I was like, yo, I got to get you on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Are you performing now? You doing any live performances now? Or are you still?
I want to do one here soon. So let's talk about that. This is a very serious subject to me, as far as performing, because you have a lot of ways you could perform, right? I'm talking about just in the community of Dallas, you know. And one day I woke up and I said, I'm just gonna visit different bars and just, see if I can, about performing. That particular day, everything was closed. And so I sent out emails, no responses back, because I want to book my own show. And so, because a lot of times you have, these people or businesses who say, hey, you can perform, but you got to pay, right? And I really dislike that for me. Because I get it, but at the same time, I think also there's pimping involved, and I don't like that, right? And so they don't really care about the artist. It's more like, you pay this, you save your spot, bring your people, right? even though you can resell the tickets and do all that, right? It's just for some reason I'd rather do my own show and book my own show. So I reached out a couple of places, and so for me, it's more like I can book my own show under my business, and then I can get 2 artists to perform, and they can get paid also. Rather, I want to do it that way. I don't want to just because you have the platform, right? You just, it's more like you care, but you don't care. And it's like, okay, just pay this fee. And there's also some favoritism involved and within the community also. So even though you're good, you got a message, it's still tough to get in there. So for me, I just do the open mics, man. I'm fine with that, right? I'll send message out, hey, I'm performing at this open mic, check it out, about 2 songs. And so, but even then it's tough, because then sometimes you do that and they charge you $20 at the door. And you're like, wow, you telling me this is what they do? I'm going to pay $200 to perform for 7 minutes, right? My people have to pay $20 to get in to see me perform for 7 minutes. That hurts me. That truly hurts me, because it's like, I just can't do it, because I feel like if I have an hour worth of content, at least give me 30 minutes to really bring them in, right? And if the people are coming for me and they want to hear that, and you're only giving me, 7 minutes, it's always been tough for me, man, because, you're telling me to pay $200 for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And I've done it before, right? I've done it before. I've opened up for Mo3. I've opened up for Avant I didn't pay for. I've opened up for who else opened up for? I can't remember right now. But it's just different.
How would you like to see it going forward? Like, what would you like to see? Like, how would you like to see that part of the game go?
So, that's a good question, because for me, I see it for me, right? I say I'm gonna just do my own shows, but for the overall picture, I get it why they do it. So it's part of the game. So I wouldn't change it. It's just a part of the game. It's in you get in where you fit in, right? And if it works for you, it works for you. For me, I don't like it, right? I just want to see, instead of like, I want to see more underground dope concerts, like really concerts, like the curtains open, you got screens in the background when you see an artist, right? I want to, it should be that experience. Even when you're underground, I feel like I want that experience. Like, we have this, we can have a stage set up, you got, if I want to put, pictures of slaves, I want to do it that way. I even thought about just, when I perform, walking into a song, that takes time, like when you come out, what song are you walking out to and why? Are you walking out to a Tupac interview, right? And Tupac saying, believe in yourself. And then you say, for some reason, you get an edit and he's saying black. And for, over here, he's saying Egypt, but you connected to Welcome Blackk Egypt. And then when you get on stage, you have everybody who tapped in to the show, like who said, I'm coming to the show. You have their pictures with their family on the screen randomly. Like, oh, this dude really care about his fans. Then he come out and then the song he doing, and it's just that feeling, the vibe. That's what I see. And so when you tell me I'm performing for 7 minutes and I see that, it's like, whoa, so for me, that's how I'm thinking when I perform. How I want to perform, that's what I see. I want to do it that way. I know you gotta, pay your dues, right? There's steps to it, but I got great content and I want to share in a certain way. Yeah,
and so what you're saying, it sounds fucking dope, because I'm getting the visual from it. But that shit gonna cost some money.
Yeah, you're right.
And you can't do that at no open mics. You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
You can't do that at no open mics.
You're right. So you have to do.
So you have to do that in a place that's gonna allow you to have screens. Mm-hmm. That's gonna allow you. That's somehow, I don't know how you would do it, but I'm sure it's possible that you even get the pictures from the people coming to the show. How do they send you the pictures?
Do research.
You know what I'm saying? And like when they purchase a ticket, are they taking a picture of themselves or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of logistics going into it, but I think it'll be dope.
Yeah.
But you can't, I don't think you can pull it off at just any old place.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're 100% right. You're right about that.
And it, cause I see what you're seeing or what you're saying, and it will be like an experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it'll take a lot of like logistically, how do we get this stuff together? How do we get the screens in here? Do you ever like research or look at Russ? Russ,
yeah.
like how he got started and who else? Early like Wiz Khalifa stuff. Cause I feel like what Wiz did was he was like, you know what? I'ma just do a bunch of these little venues and bring the people who want to see me. And it may be only 300 people, you know what I mean? It may be a small little crowd, but he would do the venues to fit that 300 people. And it was like more organic. And then as he grew, and I don't think you can pull that off at open mics.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, well, Green Elephant is a good one.
Yeah.
You make it do it at Green Elephant. But it the 300 is for sure. It's just how you do it, you know. It's just you can maneuver around, even the screen part. You can maneuver it a little bit. You can figure something out, right? Because they got I think a TV in the back or something. You can figure something out. It don't have to be the TV, right? That's just what I see.
Yeah.
You can be creative on another level. It don't have to be so when you say take a picture at the door, so the goal is not to get everybody, it's to get a good a percentage so they get it. Like, and other people be like, dang, where's my picture, right? So that's what you want, because they may come back the next show and be like, oh, he got me. So it's just creating that experience, like you said. It's just finding, and creativity is always that variable that you want to, you got to tap into, and that's music, and that's performing. And so that's why you see when I'm on stage, I'm trying to get that in tune because I see it, the bigger picture. So.
Do you have management or anything?
I don't have a management, no.
Man, like I see your vision, man.
Yeah.
I see your vision, and it's like, here's my thought. I feel like your career is gonna be dope. I feel like it's gonna take you a little longer than somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
not really particular as you, but I feel like your career, once you start, not even start, but once you able to see out your vision, people are gonna definitely embrace it. But because your vision is so detailed and is so particular about how you want it, it's gonna take you a little longer.
Yeah.
But I see it and I think it's dope.
Yeah.
I think it's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
It is, what I would compare it to is a microwave dinner for somebody versus a long meal that's cooked on the oven.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like your meal is gonna be good, but it's gonna take a little longer than the microwave. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know who Jay White is?
No. Who's this?
So Jay White is a producer. He used to produce in Dallas. He produced Bodak Yellow, Savage.
Okay.
But he started in Dallas. He's originally from Kansas City. Started in Dallas, and he's very popular now.
Okay.
Right? And I called him one day. And he told me that exact thing. That's for the type of music I make, it's going to take some time. So he gave me some good advice. He asked me one day, he said, do you want to be a part of the music industry or the music business? And I was just, I've never been asked that question before. And my answer was both. And he said, well, you have to do a lot of tapping in with your core audience. He said, you should know if your fan goes to Starbucks, right? And just he said you should go to like J. Cole's page. If that's one of your favorite artists, that's one you pull inspiration from, you should go to all his comments on a picture and add those people to your fan page. It's just the certain small details that he, recommended, and it's helped me a lot. So.
Man, goddamn! Like I know your career is gonna be special. Like I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. Like no qualms about it. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, I fuck with your music. I like I said, as a fan, I'm greedy. You know what I'm saying? I just want more of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm willing to wait for the home cooked meal of the music. You know what I mean? Because I know once you give it to us, that it's gonna be properly made and properly cooked, and we're gonna enjoy it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, man. Tell people how they can get a hold of you, man.
I was gonna say call me and then say my number.
If that's the way you want people to contact you,
you can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, at Blackk Egyptt, right? BLACKK. Egypt is spelled EGYPTT. You can find me there, or you can go to my either my business page, which is Never a Sad Face, at Never a Sad Face. So yeah, you can find me. This is actually my shirt right here. This is the actual logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never a Sad Face. Okay.
Yeah,
I dig it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. Now, as far as management, would you be interested in getting management, somebody to help you fulfill what your
For sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. I have a good friend. Her name is Shani Scott. I don't know if you know who Shani Scott is, but she just came from Dallas. She used to be a what is it when you're in the radio? Production manager.
Okay.
I'm at 107.3 in Tyler.
Okay.
And she's tried helping me, but never the management part. So definitely would be interested in management because it it's just addition to the team, and we can both grow and build and learn this business because it's a very interesting business, right?
Yeah.
It's funny you say because a part of my story is when I started doing music in East Texas. When I came to Dallas to perform at it was something called Rip the Mic, right? And I performed, and before I performed, an A&R from Def Jam got on stage basically saying, hey, he has a showcase he wants to do, and he was about to leave. Just like that, he said, I got a showcase I want to do, leave. And I said, whoa, I'm about to go on stage, just wait. I left it there. I got on stage, I performed, he stayed the whole show. He told me later on, he said, usually somebody says that and I'm out, right? He said, yeah, whatever. But he said, I stayed, and he said, I appreciated your music. And so a year later, I posted on Instagram saying, I'm moving to Dallas. He said, tap into me. I was like, whatever. It's just play, right? So I didn't move that time. Another year, I said, I'm moving to Dallas. This is for sure. I just let people know I'm moving to Dallas. He said, tap into me. I tapped into him, and we met at a Starbucks, and he presented me a contract for Capitol
Records?
Mm-hmm. And so I said no, because the offer was 50-50. I said, I can't do it. And so he said, well, he has his own label he's starting to do, and he wanted me to be with him, right? And so that was a new journey for me. I learned a lot about the industry. I met a lot of people. He took us to L.A. I met the general manager of A&Rs at the Universal Studios. Seen Neo, Ray Shrimmer, Mike Well Made It. Just a very different experience, and I appreciate him for that. And he taught me a lot. So I just, it's a very interesting journey, man. This music game is funny. It's fickle.
It is.
It's you can get caught up into a world you're not ready for, and so
the music industry is it's a it's a crazy business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a crazy business. And I've looked at it from both sides. You know what I mean? From if I was the person investing in my money or as a business, and I looked at it from the artist side.
Good point.
I've looked at it from both sides. And from what I've seen from the executive side is they sign a lot of acts because they don't know what's going to blow. You know what I'm saying? But I found out that it's only really a handful of people that's making the music industry money. You know what I mean?
True.
And so just from me, my business mind or my business sense, I feel like that's even bad business to sign a bunch of acts because you scared or you don't know what's going to make money. Like, I wouldn't sign a bunch of acts.
That's
you know
scary.
what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like they're losing a lot of money because they don't know what's gonna blow or they don't know what's gonna do what, so they just want to be in on everything. You know what I mean? Everything that come across their desk. All right, we'll sign it, but we just gonna shelf it. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? But
a partnership is good, right?
Yeah.
But you have to develop that fan base to ask for that, right? For a fair contract, right? But just the signing thing, because the thing is, it's like it's the name, right? It's the brand behind it. So if you have an artist who say I'm signed to Def Jam, a lot of popularity goes to that person, right? And they may not even be good. It's just the name behind the brand. You're like, oh, let me have him on different interviews. Maybe I'll get some Def Jam other artists. It's just how it works. But I know it. L.A. Reid has a really good book too. It's a really good book. He breaks down his story, how he started, different things I didn't even know. Like the Babyface. He worked with Babyface and started LaFace. The royalties from writing, him working with Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey. I didn't know all this about L.A. Reid. Yeah. Right? And this guy's amazing. Like, what he's done for music, right? Black music. Right. It's just so powerful to me. That's one of my favorite books. Mike Tyson is one of my favorite books too. But so yeah, L.A. Reid, man, that's a really good book.
Yeah, like man. Yo, man, I'm tapped in, man. Yeah. Like I said before, I'm a fan from here on out. So whatever you got going on, man, I want to be in on it, and I'm gonna be in on it and following your trajectory and your career. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And whatever you need from me, man, we tapped in now. You know what I'm saying? Let me 100. Know, and whatever I can do to help, I want to be a part of the process, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yo, man, this is Blackk Egyptt, man. I want to introduce y'all. If y'all looking for some good music, some soulful music, some music that's going to touch your ribs, you know what I mean? That's really going to impact you. Make sure y'all check out Blackk Egyptt, man. For real, for real.
Thank you.
Yo, man, thank you again, Blackk Egyptt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yo, man, this has been the Tap In Podcast, man. We out of here. Thank y'all for tapping in. Holla.